Sam. I'm a community organiser working for the Heart of Hastings Community Land Trust. We're based next door. Our primary aim is to try and provide affordable housing across Hastings and St Leonards, but our secondary aim is also recognising that in the process of providing affordable housing, in renovating housing, in building new housing, there are lots of jobs and lots of learning opportunities created. So it's one of our commitments to try and increase opportunities for people with barriers to conventional employment. So people who have challenges in their lives, which mean it would be hard for them to find jobs otherwise, we hope to try and provide training and learning opportunities for them. So, funnily enough, we've been working on a piece of land up in Orr for the best part of the last 3 years, trying to negotiate the land so that eventually we can build a lot of housing up there. And at the same time, we were hoping to create about 100 jobs for people with barriers to conventional employment through a process called the Organisation Workshop. So we've had a lot of challenges on the land in Orr, which have held us back. So we decided rather than see that as a challenge, we'd actually sort of try and think constructively and creatively and think, is there any other way that we could try and create the same opportunities? And around that time, the Observer building came on the market, which was handy. So Jess's hard work, she's managed to acquire the building. So we hope to run an organisation workshop for around 40 people in this building. So an organisation workshop it's an idea that came from Latin America in the 1960s. And it's been trialled across Latin America and Southern Africa with great success. It's created tens of thousands of jobs in these countries and created very unique and interesting learning opportunities for people. It's been done once in the UK in a place called Marsh Farm in Luton, which is an estate that has had long-seated historical sort of social issues. Those guys spent about 15 years trying to bring the organisation workshop model to their estate. They had to raise funds, they had to convince local gatekeepers, all sorts of other people that this would be a viable way of doing things. And when they finally managed to run it in 2015, it had massive success. There were lots of small enterprises that were spawned out of it, and quite a number of their participants in that went on to find work. So we are hoping to run a small organisation workshop for about 40 people over the course of 1 month in this building. So this was the challenge that I set David and Chris as soon as they came on and said, right, for the first month, I'd like to take one floor of that and use it as a learning experience for people with barriers to conventional employment. So we are in the process currently of recruiting about 40 people. And when they come in, they will be set a whole host of tasks, and those tasks will include everything from basic construction and carpentry through to catering, event planning, journalism, logistics, administration, all sorts of other things. They'll be set a whole host of tasks. They'll be given all the tools, materials and expertise necessary to complete those tasks, and then they will be allowed to just go at it for a month. The idea being that will encourage them to work together, to find ways to form teams, to divide their labour, to work effectively and to create democratic structures so that they can work together to achieve those tasks. So it's very experimental and it's kind of a free-form learning experience for that month. But we also recognise that at the end of that month, people aren't going to be able to go off and straight away find work in construction perhaps because they might not have the correct qualifications. So we've also struck up quite a strong partnership with East Sussex College Group, I think is their current name, to provide training and learning opportunities following on from that. So hopefully we'll bring in 40 people at the start of this. They'll be involved in transforming this space along with us. Then after that, Chris has made a soft commitment to try and take as many of them into the building process as possible. And we'll be doing everything we can to try and support them to go on to get proper vocational learning so that they can go on to start new careers and hopefully start new enterprises themselves. I think that's pretty much it wrapped up.
Okay. Thank you.